Hello students, today I am going to discuss some of the sample questions for your globalization chapter. So I would start with 1 marks, very short questions. Here you can see that differentiate between investment and foreign investment. So what is investment? Investment means the citizen of country investing the amount in order to produce the goods and services in the domestic territory is known as investment, whereas the foreign nations were investing their money in order to render or in order to produce goods and services in our nation is known as foreign investment. Second one is, why do MNCs set up their offices and factories in those regions where they get cheap labor and other resources? Uh, as we know that as less there will be the cost of production, the more will be the amount of profit. Next one is your barriers on foreign trade and foreign investment were removed to a large extent in India since 1991. Justify the statement. As because the Indian economic status was not very good, it was a stagnant type of economic condition we were having. So, in the year 1991, the government has removed all the barriers of foreign trade so that we can also get the opportunity to enlarge the shape of the market and also to increase the number of goods and services. So the next question is, a group of company in India wishes to import high quality ACs from South Korea but have to pay a huge import tax on them, which would make the ACs very expensive, leading to a decline their sale. Ascertain the role of the import tax in this situation. In this situation, the government can uh, less the import tax so that the amount will be affordable for the normal citizen of the nation. So these are the very short questions. So I am having few multiple questions also. So here you can see that fair globalization refers to ensuring benefits. व्हाट आर द व्हाट विल बी द करेक्ट आंसर? सही उत्तर क्या होगा? तो यहाँ आपके पास चार ऑप्शंस है, लेबरर्स, प्रोड्यूसर्स, कंज्यूमर्स, all of the above. Your answer will be all of the above. Next one is your globalization has led to improvement in choice to consumers, quality of goods and services, foreign investment, all the above. Here also the answer is all the above. Which sector has not benefited by the policy of globalization? Agricultural sector, manufacturing sector, service sector, all the above. Agricultural sector. As we know that with by globalization, only the manufacturing industries or the secondary sector got the benefit, but primary sector has not received any of the benefit from the globalization. So the next one is yours. Globalization results in lesser competition among producers, greater competition among producers, no change in competition among producers, none of the above. Certainly it results into greater competition among the producers. So likewise I am having a set of multiple choice questions. Here also you can see that cheaper imports in educate investment is in infrastructure leads to all the above situations, that is slowdown in industrial sector replace the demand for domestic production, slowdown in agricultural sector. Next is your which has played a big role in spreading globalization, that is both A and B, that is IT and transport technology, both is needed. Then this is the another set of MCQs. Here you can see that globalization so far has been more in favor of developed countries. Globalization leads to rapid movement of following between countries, that is goods and services, investment, people, all the above. Your answer is all the above. Which of the following factors has not facilitated globalization? That is nationalization of banks. According to globalization, whatever money transaction has to be controlled, it is controlling by IMF, International Monetary Fund. So nationalization of bank or the national bank has no not having the direct role. Then next is yours. When was WTO established? In the year 1995. FDI attracted by globalization in India belongs to multinationals, yes, MNCs. Liberalization means freeing the economy from direct control. putting an end to the various restrictions, opening up the economy. All of the above is the answer. And multinational corporations, that is MNCs, have succeeded in entering global market through WTO, World Trade Organization. What attracts an MNC? MNC is the cheap labor. As I have already told, that India is a very good labor market. So cheap labor and ready demand for the product, and population is also very high. So next one is your investment, means spending money on factory building, machines, equipments, all of the above. Next is your few 3 marks questions. A wide range choice of goods are available in the Indian market. Support the statement with examples in context of globalization. You can easily write the answer. That certainly, as our market scope has widened, so we have able to receive a huge amount of foreign goods also. So our certainly our consumer market has enhanced. People are getting more options. Our choices are getting wide. So globalization is the main reason for all these things. So I think you'll be able to write the answer. This is of 3 marks. Then globalization and greater competition among producers has been of advantageous to consumers. Justify the statement. Yes, as more there will be consumer within among the producers, your price mechanism will be more easy for common customers or consumers, because as there will be large variety of product, the price will also be fixed according to the range of products. So it is definitely a very good situation for consumers. Then long answers. What is globalization? Describe the role of MNCs in promoting globalization, and describe the impact of globalization on Indian economy with examples. So this is the these are the few questions which I have sorted out for you in order to understand the chapter. Hope it will help you to solve the basic part of the chapter. So hope you are viewing my channel, liking my videos. So subscribe my channel, so and to be updated with the latest video. So thanks for watching.